All right, let's just jump right in. Have you ever walked through your school, looked around and thought, man, I wish I could actually make a difference here? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how you can step up and become a real leader for change on your campus. And we're going to do it by tackling a problem that's hiding in plain sight.
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. That's just one light, one single light bulb. Now try to imagine multiplying that by every single classroom, every hallway, every gym, and every office in your school. The amount of waste is just staggering. So that's the big question, right? What if you, and yeah, I'm talking to you, what if you had the power to stop all that waste? The good news is you totally do. And you're about to find out it's way simpler than you probably think. What we're fighting here is something called ghost energy. It's this invisible enemy just sucking up power 24/7, and it has real tangible costs. We're talking about money that your school is just throwing away, money that could be going towards, I don't know, better Wi-Fi, new lab equipment, or even cooler student events.
And here is the absolute best part. You do not need to be some kind of engineering genius to be the hero in this story. Nope. All you need is a solid, simple game plan. And that is exactly what we're going to lay out for you today.
So here it is. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is broken down into 4 super simple phases. Just think of this as your roadmap, taking you from a cool idea all the way to a huge impact.
And let me tell you, this isn't just some school project about saving energy. This campaign is a powerhouse for building the kinds of skills you're actually going to need out there in the real world. We're talking critical thinking, analyzing data, and communicating your ideas. It's a project with a purpose and a pretty awesome personal payoff.
All right, let's get into it. Phase 1, it's time to put on your detective hat. Your first mission is to go undercover and find out exactly where all these energy vampires are hiding on your campus. Here's your official checklist to get you started. Seriously, just grab a couple of friends and do a quick energy walk during lunch or after school. You're looking for the obvious culprits, right? Lights blazing in empty rooms, rows of computers just humming away in standby mode. Just document everything you find.
Now this next part is so important. This is where your detective work turns into cold, hard evidence. You take what you saw and you turn it into data. A simple chart can take you from saying, hey, we saw some lights on, to we found exactly this many kilowatt hours being wasted every single day. See the difference? It's powerful.
Okay, so you've got your data. It's time for phase 2, action. We're going to focus on what they call low-hanging fruit. You know, those super simple, totally zero-cost changes that can give you these massive, immediate results.
And the best part is just how easy this is. You can start a daylighting rule. If the sun's out, the lights are off. I mean, duh, right? Or go on a vampire hunt for all those unused chargers plugged into the wall. You could even empower your classmates by creating a last out, lights out officer for each classroom. It's simple, it's effective, and best of all, it's free.
Okay, so you've got your data, you're taking action. Now for phase 3, advocacy. This is where you get everyone else on board. You've got to make your campaign fun, engaging, and frankly, impossible to ignore. It's time to make saving energy cool.
So, forget those boring signs with a million words on them. Nobody reads those. You got to think like a marketer. Use memes that'll get a laugh. Create posters that are so eye-catching people can't help but look. And, my personal favorite, turn the whole thing into a game.
So how do you turn it into a game? Imagine this. You start a wattage war. You can pit the freshmen against the sophomores, the juniors against the seniors, in this awesome, friendly competition to see which grade can slash their energy use the most. You know, a little competition goes a long, long way.
And you can totally post weekly results just like this on a big bulletin board or all over the school's social media. It creates this amazing buzz, it gets people talking, and it visually shows everybody who's in the lead. Nothing gets people motivated like a public scoreboard, right?
Now for the boss level move. To take this to the next level, you got to get the people in charge on your side. Schedule a meeting. Take your data, your charts, and your whole action plan straight to the principal. Trust me, when you show them the actual dollars and cents the school could be saving, you will have your biggest ally. And that brings us to the final and maybe most satisfying phase, evaluation. You've done all the work, but how do you know if it actually worked? Well, it's time to check the meter, so to speak, and measure your success. So after a month or so, you do another energy walk. Same time, same places. And then you compare your new findings with your original data. A simple before and after chart like this is the ultimate proof. You can literally point to it and say, we did that. And then you share these results everywhere to keep that momentum going.
Okay, so we've covered the how, but let's circle all the way back to the why. I mean, beyond saving the planet and saving the school a bunch of money, what's in it for you, really? Why should you be the one to step up and lead this whole thing?
Because the real prize here is the set of incredible 21st century skills you're going to walk away with. You're not just running a project. You're learning how to solve a real-world problem, how to lead a team, how to work with officials, and how to make a genuine impact. That's not just fluff for a college application. That is real-deal life experience.
So, look, it's important to remember that every big movement, every major change, it always starts small. It starts with one person deciding to take that first tiny step. Your leadership, that's the spark that can ignite this entire thing.
So don't overthink it and don't wait for permission. Here is your call to action, and it's super simple. This week, just grab 2 friends, do a quick energy walk around campus, and just see what you find. That's it. That's how this whole thing starts.
Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one simple idea. Your leadership is the spark. Now go light it up.